Family, viewers, subscribe, Wagwan, welcome back to a brand new video. Today we come to talk about Alkaline anticipation of dropping this song. An Alkaline song to be released soon, sooner than you think. And by this record, time of recording, the song didn't drop, but by end of the day, probably drop the song. But I can tell you this song is one of the most anticipated songs of all time, you know what I mean? And everybody can't wait to hear this song. The Vendetta fans, the Six fans, the Gaza fans, the Genocide fans, all the dance on space, and all the persons who are abroad, everywhere in the musical space, you know what I mean? And right now, the song gonna be a song to rate, and everybody gonna have their opinion on this, because everybody gonna say, when if Alkaline song gonna be at, when if the Alkaline song gonna be a top song. But you left with to wonder if Alkaline song is so hot, if the clash with Squash gonna write off Squash, you know what I mean? Because as you can see that Squash song is a very good song, but not only that, Alkaline song in State of Emergency is a quality song. So if Squash failed to deliver with a banger after Alkaline dropped this song, and if it's a banger, again, I can tell you this, one thing for sure, this Squash gonna be under the dirt, you know what I mean, under the heavy waters, in deep waters, and only for him to find a song to come back in this clash. But all in all, it's a nice clash, and this song, as I said earlier, it is one of the most anticipated songs of all time, and Alkaline is gonna drop this song sooner than you think. At the time of this recording, as I said, the song I've not recorded as yet. I've not released as yet, you know what I mean? And the song is supposed to release sooner than you think, and when the song drop, everybody and their friend and the next friend will go jump on the song and listen to it, because you know, say, song is like that. When Alkaline said to drop his song, everybody want to hear with it, because everybody gonna say, Alkaline need to drop the song, and everybody try to rush it. But the one thing I can say about this, Alkaline is not a person who you're gonna tell him how to dictate his war or his peace. Alkaline is not a person like that, you know what I mean? So it left him to do his kind of own work and put it work together quite well, you know what I mean? Because you know, Alkaline is one of the most best dancehall artists, are one of the most lyrical, are one of the most intelligent, wherever you want to put it, but that is surely facts, you know what I mean? I have to give him that credit. Right now the war is on, and Chronicler trying to come in the war, but viewer subscriber family, I want to tell me what you think about Chronicler coming in the war, because is it fair for Chronicler coming to the war, even though it was Sashi Cool and Starkati who eventually entered the war earlier at preliminary stage, but as you can hear, Squash eliminate them with this track saying they are some little minors or some little wishy-washy man, you know what I mean? And from that, they didn't enter the war again, you know what I mean? And after that, Chronicler released 2 songs, so it left with to wonder if Squash though cannot tell Chronicler to ease off of the war, or is it a case where Chronicler is too big for Squash? Is that taking any talk from Squash, you know what I mean? And it left with to wonder, you know what I mean? But want you, the family, the viewers, to tell me what you think about that part, because you know, in war, everybody want to come out and kill somebody or diss somebody, and it seems like that is the case. And if Squash cannot tell Chronicler to ease himself, who's gonna run the 6 camp and the war gonna escalate, and I think Chronicler want to go against Alkaline, and I think Alkaline don't want to go up against a light of Chronicler. I might be wrong still, because Alkaline might kill it, 2 of them, or I thought they might to jump on Alkaline to try to destroy Alkaline. Probably they want to try this to see how Alkaline is capable of keeping up in wars, in these kind of events. But the one thing I must say, war is very interesting, and war is built of dancehall, and war is dancehall roots and grassroots, and it's so indigenous in dancehall. So every artist come up in the ranks who have a name, everybody want to take on a clash and bring the name into that kind of dancehall elites or dancehall top notch, whatever you want to put it, you know what I mean? But no old bars. This clash is a nice clash, and everybody is anticipating it, you know what I mean? And if the war continue for years or for months to come, it's going to be surely one of the best war of all time, you know what I mean? Because it's 2 lyrical artists, you know what I mean? A lot of person is underestimating Squash. But the one thing I must tell you guys, and my family and my friends and my viewers and my subscribers, never anticipate and anticipate a man in a war, you know what I mean? Because it's one reason or another reason why Alkaline clash Squash, because he's a quality artist. I see something in him that he think he can match up against him, or have the street credit, or have the street at that moment, you know what I mean? So it must be a reason why Alkaline clash. Remember, Alkaline don't clash wishy-washy, or some little cheap idiot fats, or some little idiot artist said, I mean, so you have to put that into perspective. Alkaline now just jump and clash any man, you know. I mean, and Alkaline says Squash is a more complete artist than Chronic Law. That's one of the reasons why it don't clash Chronic Law at first. But if you come to the case and Chronic Law is jumping up into war, I think, this is my opinion, I think Alkaline will write off both of them if his lyrics is tough enough, or if not, I think two of them might just write off Alkaline, because it's a war, so all is in love in fear and war, or is in love in war. But I don't know what's gonna be the result of this war, but I think it's gonna be a very, very nice clash put together, and a lot of persons want to join in. But if you look carefully, read between the lines, as you can see that they're trying to draw Vybz Kartel into this clash. But do you think it's fair for them to draw Vybz Kartel into the clash when Alkaline is matching up with two of them already? Is it that fair enough for me, family view, some sort of family? Because I don't know if it is fair, But as we speak at the moment, Vybz Kartel is not in the war, so it's up to Chronic Law. It's up to Squash to make Chronic Law ease out of the war or make him to join in, give him the go ahead. Because as far as I know, as far as the viewers and Square know, there is no way Chronic Law get the go ahead to come in the war, either the other side of the camp them. So one, the fans them know. So what you know, the war is nice, and want the war continue, because dancehall is made of this, and it's only nice for the music to continue of this kind of vibes. Because I can tell you this, everybody and their friend plus their next friend plus their cousin I watch the internet. As they get a notification, they must say, "Oh, that Alkaline song." Because I can tell you this for sure, I know that a person was up last night waiting for the notification, because it was high in anticipation, and there was 3 notification in my notification feed. And as I can tell you this, it was 3 artists, and everybody jump up and say, "Yo, one of Alkaline is." Even one of my co-workers are doing a live away in the hours that the person was waiting at Alkaline song so much, because it's so in anticipation. And right now, more the viewers them don't take this clashing out of proportion. It's the clash is purely for doing. The artists are purely doing this for making money. It's, monetarily wise, and it's saying money in this clash, because clash is all about money. And who can take the clash, or who can get a hype on their name. Clash is not all about who gonna kill who. It is gonna have a victorious person. But all in all, it is all about to making money, the capitalistic, So no artist gonna lose, but it's all up for grabs who gonna take the winning. And no artist career gonna come off a write off of this thing. It's gonna give an artist a notch over the next one in the street credit, and the next artist gonna be downfall, but not necessarily to kill their career. So whoever win this war, whenever the war is finished, and I don't think this war is gonna end anytime soon. I think all of the artists gonna go hard and harder up to December time. I think they're gonna go extra hard up to, We would love to see the artists them go on a stage and clash face to face physically, but not physically within they're putting mics in others' face and slamming mics in others' face. I think the war should go on a stage show where they can go foot to foot and see who's the quickest artist on their feet, and then you could say this artist win or that artist win. I never see Squash go up against any artist lyrically for on stage to say either Alkaline, so it would be both of them would have their first time doing something like this, face to face on stage, so that would be good for both of them, and it would bring up dancehall back to that, anticipation from 2007, 2008, 2009 when Alkaline, when Vybz Kartel and Mavado was carrying on that nice dancehall feud where they make a lot of money and everybody was happy, who say Gaza, who say Gully, and from that day till now everybody love clash with these dancehall new upcoming artists, and all of the artists fail to bring back that level of Vybz Kartel and Mavado, and I think these two artists have the potential to become one of those rivalry with that kind of clash, and make their debut in the clashing on stage and bring their name to a next level, and to put that signature on the name. I said there is one of the dancehall best artists to clash on stage and very quick, and they would be in the likes of clashing plus like they have a lot of girl song them can say, yo, the artist is all loaded, and Vybz Kartel is known for that, Mavado is known for that. Remember,
Vybz Kartel came into to prominence, was running the scene, and Mavado came after and just come up and disrespect him. Not disrespect him, but went into the war, and everybody was underestimating Mavado, and it seemed clear if a lot of persons saying Mavado win the clash, and a lot of persons